Okay, today's the day. We're gonna finish this out. Closure. Look at this guy. Weiner Neustadt train station. Oh, not a soul around to say goodbye. Given that the train has stopped just for me, dispatcher seems awfully calm that I'm not boarding. Weiner Neustadt. I haven't been here long. I'm leaving again already. Guess we'll go on the train. It's time. What was my compartment again? Where's my blasted ticket? What compartment did they say? Was it 9? I don't know. Must be in the wrong car. Well, I think I have to go this way. I don't think you're in the wrong car. I think you just gotta walk a little more. He seems quite engrossed in that book. Not in the mood for a conversation anyway. I just want to find the right compartment. Six. Wait a minute. My ticket at last. And that's a 6, not a 9. This is the right compartment. Oh, okay. Is the seat taken? How far are you going? All the way to the end of the line. Aren't we all? What? Ooh, ouch! Excuse me. Is there any news? No front page, only local news. Anything about Vienna? Markert's new exhibition, great success. There's an article about an exhibition opening. Franz Markert, the portrait artist. Portrait artist, you call him? About the genius, the shooting star. His art has so much truth to it. Famous professor refocuses research. A former professor at the mathematics faculty at the University of Vienna. Zahler, the mathematician. Yeah, that's what it says. Concert at the Music Verine. Arthur Caban. Arthur Caban musical production. Yes, do you know him? I met him once. He came to our village. Put away newspaper. Excuse me. Traveling far? What do you think? Headed south for vacation? You know Franz? Yeah, I know him. And his work. Quite well, as a matter of fact. Although we've never met. A few months ago. This copy is coming along nicely. Britta is showing my latest portrait this evening at the salon. I'm very proud of you. In the painting before they see it, Hyde Markert may have seen you before. Carry on as if they're not coming. I'm gonna turn it. Tough subject, as you'll see. I'm sure you captured him or her admirably. Markert himself in another exhibition. More work for you, Paul, old fellow. Thanks for inviting me, Markert. Hold it right there. Oh! Oh, he's gotta go. He's right behind me. I need to hide somewhere. I won't escape this time. Uh-oh. Stop. Weber. I've got you now. Halt. You cannot escape. You're coming with me. Oh my. I encountered the Markarts often, but I was beneath their interest. I was invisible to them. Probably because I'm not a very outgoing person. I decided that should change. So you're a street artist? You copy famous paintings for the tourists? Something like that. Markart's early works weren't as sophisticated as his later portraits. Feels as if he were on an overnight sensation. I like to think that people around him, his patron Greta, and even I, in my own small way, helped him evolve so quickly. We were never formally introduced, but I made my presence felt. A few weeks ago. Wonder, is this the right place? Is that Wilma Dorpel? Certainly accompanied by her mentor, Professor Kaban. Over there, Gustav Klimt. Tee hee hee. That be the critic? Of course that is. Everyone knows her. You oaf. What did you call me? Who's that person? A failed artist or a beggar? Maybe both. Oh, there's Margaret. Yeah, this is definitely the place. Such a distinguished audience. Ugh, dressed like this. I'll stand out like a donkey among racehorses. I need a disguise. Clothes make the man. I don't think anyone would mind me borrowing that jacket. Oh dear. And who might you be? I'm gonna say a collector. Of what, lice? What? But then again, I do not care, just so that you know. They'll kick you out if you keep wandering about in these clothes. Wearing additional coats won't help me fit in. My jacket needs a finishing touch. A tie, maybe? Napkins? One of these might serve as a stylish scarf. There. Almost. Sure, no socializing without beverage, they say. Excuse me. I seem to have misplaced my glass. Here you go. Cheers. Thanks, I guess. My dear Gustav. Yes? Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And yours, Herr Weber. Paul Weber. Ah, yes. You know who Margaret's latest subject is. He wouldn't tell me. But we shall see in a few moments, won't we? How do you know him? Well, I discovered him. Were you not here when I introduced him? I'm afraid my aunt was terribly sick that day. I'm sorry to hear that. Please excuse me. Good evening. Madam? Good evening. Do I know you from somewhere? You don't remember me? I'm terribly sorry, but I can't recall your face. I'm sorry. I can't seem to remember where we met either. Well, if you do, please enlighten me. I need to find out more about Fraulein. Okay. Stop. Please excuse me. Okay, well, never mind. Doesn't look like the unveiling will start anytime soon. Can I talk to the waiter again? Waiter? You wouldn't happen to know something about the guests here. What would you like to know? What is Fraulein Lautenac like? She's a genius if I ever saw one. Painting is easy. What? But distinguishing art from the mundane? I'm not sure I quite agree. And real from fake, that is hard. Well, if you put it that way. some imitations are indeed quite good. What? Missed my point entirely. Can you tell me something interesting about markets? I'm afraid the answer to that request is no. Do you often work at events like these? Yes, when I'm not serving at the cafe. I try to focus on events of cultural significance. How can you tell what's culturally significant? Oh, you must be joking. Ugh, just look at the people that are gathered here. The creme de la creme of Vienna. Last time I saw them all in one place was when I waited tables at Eric Klim's birthday. Ah, interesting. It is, isn't it? Well, thank you. Klim's birthday. Pauline Lochneck must have been there as well. You spoke about your birthday party. We did? Do you remember discussing our upcoming collaboration? Oh, you mean modeling for the nude group painting? Yes. I will get back to you regarding my schedule. Please do. I'm in desperate need of more cherubs. That was close. Please excuse me. You again? Did you remember where we met? We met at Gustav's birthday. Oh, there were so many there. You must excuse my hazy memory. It's no trouble. What did you want to speak to me about? Tell me about... What are you doing these days? Oh. A rather personal question, wouldn't you say? I'm sorry, it's just that I so look forward to your critiques. Well, was there anything else? Tell me about... Just between the two of us, do you know who his latest subject is? You'll see soon enough, will you not? Nevertheless, what I hear, he or she was a challenging subject. I can tell you that it's someone you're quite familiar with. Oh, most interesting. Is there anything else? What about who they'll paint next? He has been toying with the idea of visiting Berlin. Has he now? To get a much needed change in perspective, yes. I'll leave you be. Excuse me. I think they're about to start. Keep painting markers. We can make a fortune together. You're an art dealer? Yes, I have galleries in Paris, Brussels, elsewhere. Here's my card. I'm always pleased to welcome new patrons. Yeah, and I've sold a couple of yours already. This guy seems scummy. He, like, copies people's paintings. I don't like that. Since none of us know what tomorrow may bring, I may as well confirm what you already suspect. I am a forger. Copy an artist's work and then sell it as an original? Only fine art, understand. There's so much dreck on display these days, I copy only the best. You've copied more than one Markert, I take it. How could I not? Markert was a dream come true. I copied several of his earliest works, then sold them to rich tourists who knew no better. But tourists are in short supply these days. Decided to concentrate on your own inspiration as you saw the error of your ways. Concentrate on your own inspiration. Inspiration. Shall I list for you the artist whose work was only discovered after they were dead? I'd rather not wait for my rewards. My mistake. What were you going to say? He outgrew both himself and, unfortunately, me. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around. It is time for the unveiling of Franz's latest work. Who will it be? Any ideas? His subjects are from all classes, all walks of life. It's impossible to know. I hope it is a man. It's said he has affairs with all his female models. What you mean is you hope he paints you. Ooh, my. Well, of course I would be honored. Oh. Oh, it's her! Oh, so this is like at the end of that chapter. I knew it once. There was no way I could copy that. Have you seen his most recent paintings? Yes, his work has turned darker of late, as if the light were going out of the world. $321 kilometers? Kilometers? Yeah. Choo-choo. Best not disturb him until he's done checking his belongings. Excuse me. Yes? What brings you on the train today? Me? My family. I'll be sending them money. It's very noble of you. Finally be able to help support them. Excuse me. Do you play the harmonica or only polish it? What? Oh. Oh, hello. I asked a question. I didn't ask you to play it out loud right now. Do you know any other songs? I know one. I could try. You know that piece? The Lion Song. Wilma Dorfel composed it. I know it as well. It is classic. She's my sister. Tell us about your sister. Wilma didn't always live in Vienna. She grew up on a farm with Mama and Papa and me. One night that all changed. Tell us. Little tiny little concert. A few years ago. Well played, big sister. We have to hurry, Otto. Papa told us to be home before 10. I'll collect the money. The young one plays well. Wilma is self-taught, and she writes many of her own songs. What's that you say? She's elf-taught? You think I'm daft? I suppose elves made her violin. She taught herself to play. This boomer's hard of hearing, and Papa bought her violin in Mel. Well, here then. Thank you. I'm glad you liked what you heard. Send your sister over, boy. I have something I'd like to discuss with her. Wilma just plays. I collect the money. Yeah, I want to talk to her about playing a little something with me. She plays the violin for money. That's all. Now pay up or shut up. Watch your mouth, Twig, or I'll snap you in two. You just try it, oak tree. Sir, my songs are meant to soothe, not sour. I'm sure Otto and my papa and my 3 uncles would not take kindly to anyone who spoiled the mood. She's right. There are a fearful lot of Dorfels. Don't you want our money? No, I don't want your dirty money. As you wish. Or to buy beer for me. You could have used his money, Otto. I don't recognize him, and he looks like he should have at least some coin on him. This is Professor Cabin. He has an offer for Wilma? And what do you want with my sister? Young man, I assure you my intentions are honorable. Oh? I am Arthur Cabin. Here's my card. As you see, I'm a professor of musical theory from Vienna. It was only by chance that Professor Cabin stopped at the inn on his way to Salzburg. He was very impressed with Wilma's songs, and told us that he would try and arrange a scholarship for her at the institute where he taught. It was a dream come true for her, one our parents could not have paid for. Her compositions were that good even then. Her playing in the inn was helping her family. She must have been thrilled at the opportunity. She wasn't, though. Her farm and the village were all she knew. Vienna sounded big and terrifying. What was it like growing up with a prodigy like Wilma? A prodigy, Wilma? She was years older than Mozart. Most girls her age were already married. Oh, okay then. What was it like growing up with your big sister? Of course, big sisters are given to younger brothers to tease. Of course. She could hear music even when none was played. I guess it came from inside her. She'd close her eyes and listen, lost to the world. Naturally, you were respectful of that? Naturally. Well, no, it was the perfect time to steal her violin and hide it. Perfect. Let's just hide the one thing that makes us money. Oh, look at this guy. Several years ago. I'll show them that I can play too. Oh, he's just jealous. It's right there. I just need to wait for the right moment. Why are we... Why are we sneaking? Careful now. Uh-oh. Find a violin of your own, Otto, and then steal it from yourself. I need to be more careful. Wilma won't notice me if I move while she's humming or playing. Back here, Wilma should not be able to see me. Hehehe. This is weird. More time. Get closer. Surely she won't notice I'm here. Otto. Ha 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 ha. Telling you, it wasn't easy. It took skill and daring to steal that violin. Where did you hide it? Oh, someplace out of the way, but safe. It didn't want anything to happen to it. I didn't want anything to happen to it again. Did you take up the harmonica because of your sister? I guess I did in a way. My papa gave it to me. I'm not very good at it. At least not as good as Wilma. There was always music in her. I sense another story. You ask a lot of questions. I'm a journalist. Well, at least I was. Isn't much more to tell. It was after Wilma got her violin. We don't have much. So naturally, I was jealous. Let me singing. That almost sounded like Harry Potter for a second. Well done. Many years ago, both of you. Let's sing it again. Wilma, what is it? Did we miss a note? You played it as written. We sang it as written. Here we go again. What is wrong? Did you hear it, Papa? This passage here. And now clouds float. Clouds! The notes are so boring. But we always sing it like that. I want to sing it the same way. But it's boring. Now hold on, both of you. Papa, you need to play better notes. Can you hear how exciting it could be? Show me. Me? Don't let her play. Let your sister try, Otto. It's alright, show us. Like this? That's very good. Is this the first time she's picked up a violin? Because, like, that shouldn't... you shouldn't be able to make music like that the first time you pick it up. The notes don't have to be so well matched. Each can have its own life. Aha! Go on, keep playing. Wait. Then we should change what we sing, too. Oh? What do you have in mind? I can come up with something, too. Let's see. My papa is strong. And the clouds are gone. And she's playing all wrong. Otto, you will not sing that. And we're sitting and singing. And flowers have sprung. All right, we can sing that if you want to. Now, Wimma, play. There. You play it like this? No, you're right. Violin is yours, Wilma. Keep it. Play it. Make your music. Aw. Poor little kid. She trembled. Looked down at the violin in her hands. Eyes were shining. That was the beginning. Wish I had heard her in concert. In four corners. Choo choo. Metamorphosis. I believe this is yours. Thank you. I think this book fell out of your luggage. Oh, thanks. Doris? Thank you. Photograph. Look at this photograph. Photograph of a few students. You must have dropped it. Your photograph? Ah, yes. Thank you. So, that guy's probably tied to the mathematician then. Excuse me. Yes? What brings you on the train today? Same as you, I bet. Okay. Who are the people in the photo? It's Professor Retchenik and her class. Her? The first woman lecturer in mathematics at the university. That's me in the front there. She was one of the best lecturers I had at the university. University has women lecturers? Her position wasn't official, but Professor Nenner invited her to speak often in his class. She tutored students as well. I had no idea. The professor was funny, too. She always managed to make us understand highly complex concepts. And she told great jokes, too. I don't know if I would say that. Her jokes were a little cringy. About a year ago. That way, the change can be maintained. Forming a new state over time. Knock, knock. Well, Theodore, did you understand what we just heard? You didn't pay any attention again, did you? No, I did, but it was far easier to follow Professor Nenner's lessons. Oh, don't pretend. Professor Retchenik is an exceptional teacher, even as a substitute. Look here, it's easy. I have no clue what I was trying to write down there. Looks like something about monkeys. And is that a drawing of a cake with a symbol pi on it? Of course it is. Remember her jokes at the start of the lesson? Which one? What do you get when you cross a mosquito with a mountain climber? Nothing. You can't cross a vector and a scalar. Ah. But how is that supposed to help me understand? I don't know. I just like the joke. It's all about change. Yeah, I kind of got that. Look here. This one? The destination of the secondary change is the inverse function of change. What? Imagine a dog that really needs to pee. What? Just listen for a second, would you? If the dog pees, the liquid will be gone. I'm glad we have an animated version of the dog peeing. It's genius. Oh, for crying out loud, I wasn't finished, you blockhead. Oh, right, go on. So Retchenik's theory basically asks the question, can the amount of liquid change but stay the same? And the question is answered by the secondary change. If the dog drinks water while peeing, the amount of liquid would stay the same. Has anyone ever done that? Have you, ever, drank something and peed at the same time? It's a very weird phenomenon. think your explaining is all your explanation's all wet. I give you higher mathematics, you give me puns. Why are you being stupid about it? Oh. Well, I'm just here for the jokes. That is what separates us from other sciences. We're looking beyond how something appears. We look for a deeper truth about the world, and everything it is and everything it could be. That reminds me of a joke. A theologian, a physicist, and a mathematician watch 3 people go into an empty room. After a while, 5 people exit the room. The why is that word so hard to say? Theologian exclaims, "It's a miracle." The physicist scoffs. Clearly, there's been a measuring error. Finally, the mathematician proclaims, "Another 2 go in, no one would be in the room." I don't get it. That was the joke? Makes no sense. I don't think you're surrounded by mathematicians here. Maybe not, but she did change a lot at the university. I remember when my cousin wanted to study physics. Many months ago. May I help you, sir? I'm here to speak to a member of the Radius. Are you indeed? They are a private gathering and are not to be disturbed, especially by a student. Fine, then I would like to use the lavatory. Is that all right with you? Surely not. I will not be fooled again. It's very important that I see the Radius. Young man, you are not getting in that room unless you pass a test. I've had some bad experiences in the past. Well, what is your test? Tell me the names of 3 members of the Radius. We've got Worm. We have a Rouch. And... so, like... Shell? I don't know if Shell is right. What is Majesty? Kaiser Wilhelm. Aw, dang. Professor Shell in the Radius. Of course there is. That's what I want to see. There's no one by the name in the Radius. Good day. Wait. Oh. But of course, Professor Retchenek. How could you forget Miss Emma? I don't know. She is the heart and soul of the Radius. Lovely woman. Well, may I enter now? No. What? Why not? I passed your test. Well, perhaps, but no, you called Fraulein Emma by the wrong name. You mustn't know her very well, which means I will not let you enter the Radius. Please leave now. Ugh. Heckin' rude. What's wrong? Can't you find the door? Fine, I won't bother the Radius, but I am hungry and thirsty. I would like a seat. You would not send away a paying customer, would you? Of course not. Thomas. Could you show the gentleman to a table? And do keep an eye on him. Certainly, follow me. Here we are. Take a seat and I will be right back. I don't think so. Now I just need to get past him and into the Radius. The waiter showed me to this table, but I have no interest in sitting. I need to get to the Radius. Okay, well... Oh. It's Victor Adler, leader of the Social Democratic Party. If I weren't in a hurry to meet Professor Retchenek, I would go and introduce myself. Old man. Unmoving. Maybe he's dead. Let's go look at some cake. Cakes. I could order one. Maybe that would distract the waiter. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yes. I want a cake. Certainly. What one would you like? A piece of such a retort, please. Yes, right away. Gotta go. Go. Radius. Finally. And who do we have here? Oh, I do believe that's one of my students. Theodore, isn't it? That's right. Well, come on in. What can we do for you? Old man. Excuse me. Professor Rauch, is that you? Yes. Oh, but you're not smoking. Have you given it up? No. I have a cold and I can't seem to shake. I'm gonna cough on your face. Ah, I hope you get better soon. Theodore, it's good to see you. I apologize for bursting in on you like this. What can I help you with? Where's Professor Dinner? I don't know. He's been missing for a while now. Yes? Sorry. I have a favor to ask you. I have a cousin who wants to study physics at the university. Bravo, but why come to me? Maria's a girl. A woman. Almost a woman. Then I can understand all too well. Is she bright? Like the sun at midday, she wants to follow in the path of Marie Curie. Bright and ambitious. Please tell her to come talk to me. I promise I'll do whatever I can to see if she is allowed to enroll. Thank you, Professor. Goodbye. Good day to you, Professor Zoller. Good day to you, too. I wanted to speak to Professor Reshenik. Do I look like Professor Reshenik? Please conclude your business with her and leave. Professor Alric always stays awake during his evening seminars. Now I know how he does it. He naps in the afternoons. I rest my case. I must return to Serbia soon. To Krag Ujivak. Why? Politics. What does a mathematician have to do with politics? I'll remember to ask that when I get there. How long will he be gone? I doubt I'll be coming back. But who will I argue with? What will I do? I wonder if you would do me a small kindness. What is it? My cats. I cannot take them with me. Would you take care of them? Your cats? I will try. Thank you. It's not easy to leave them behind. At least I will have something to remember you by. And argue with. No, that's sad. Don't leave your cats behind. I would cry if I moved somewhere that didn't allow cats, which I probably would not, because if I'm moving somewhere, I'm going to make sure that the apartment allows cats. But it just would make me sad if I had to leave them with my parents or something like that, you know? Professor Reshenik's vote was all it took. Faculty would grumble and wave their arms as usual, but in the end, the professor almost always prevailed. Maria was allowed to enroll. She was an actual professor? Unofficially, no, but that's what the students called her, and even some of the faculty members. A remarkable woman. I remember when she was leaving the university to write this book. Several months ago. Professor, why must you go to Manchester? Because my students all need so much attention. Where would I find the time to write my book? Well, I, for one, don't want to accept this change. I miss you. I'll miss you all, too. I need something to remember you by. I have the mark I gave you on your last exam. Would that be enough, Richard? Dang. Something to remember her by. I know, a turnip. Photographer. Oh, a photographer. We should take a picture. However, the man's currently talking to the photographer. Pardon me. Excuse me. He doesn't seem to hear me. The man is currently talking. What about the boy? Hello, boy. Good morning. Did you and your father, move? He's busy. I can see that. But I really need to talk to that gentleman. That's a photographer. Yes. You'll have to wait. Just like me. Wait and wait and wait. I get it. Can you help me? I'm bored. If you get me something to play with, maybe I'll help you. I don't suppose you like vegetables. Ugh, no. You can just wait, you know. That's apparently what good boys do. I think Lucas has something that might entertain the boy. Who's Lucas? Who's Lucas? You have a yo-yo or something? Lucas? I have one of those snap bangs. I don't want to cause a riot. There's always police patrolling. Don't worry, it'll be fine. What do you want them for? It's complicated, but I don't need many. Maybe just 5. Right, but I don't have a lot more after that. Thank you. Be careful with them, alright? Are we about to give this boy explosives? Hello, boy. Here, I have something for you. What are they? You throw them on the ground, they go boosh. Gimme, gimme, gimme. But you should only throw one at a time. Oh god. Where did you get that? That's enough. Let's go. Ha 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 ha. Well, didn't go as I hoped, but at least no riot. Now I can talk to the photographer. Get that kid grounded. Yeah? Could you take a group picture of me and my friends over there? Of course, just gather everyone together in front of the camera. Professor, a photographer. How about a picture? Perfect, a secondary change to maintain the state we're in right now. Ah, that's how they got the picture. Oh god. I wonder if everything will change. 22 kilometers left. Kilometers, not kilometers. Kilometers. Kimmel, you've done the impossible. You've taken my mind from our destination. I thank you. Not so fast. You were a journalist. You must have a story to tell. Alas, it is a short one. I wanted to write, but my family was against it. The Baron's son must naturally be in the military, so I couldn't continue writing. I wish I had a story like one of yours. All four of us certainly headed for a story of some kind. Although yours will be somewhat different, I think. How do you mean? We three are enlisted men. With army here. Same. With army, yes. Headed for the camp west of the Drina River? But you're an officer. 6th Army, yes. Is that obvious? Not only that, but you boarded the train at Weiner Nordstadt. The military academy is there. I'm ill prepared to be a soldier of any kind. 6 months training to be a leader of men. I suppose it goes without saying, but I'd rather write. Write the stories we've told you. They're a record of a life we may never see again. Write what you see in the coming weeks. Months. Someone must write it down so that there will never be another war like it. I think it'll be over soon, don't you? No, I don't, but I agree. Write the stories we told if you feel they have value. But write, too, of the men you lead. Their stories matter even more. Otto, you're going to war to support your family? That's why Wilma left home. Now it's my turn to help. I have no talents to speak of. It doesn't take much talent to point a rifle and pull the trigger. More than you might think, young man. I'll tell you this. I'm no coward. I'll be at the front of the charge. Think about what you just said. He wants to die, let him. Yeah, your sister had talent, but she did not just waltz on top of the stage. It took time and effort to become who she is now. More interested in her teacher than his teachings. He became lost on the way to fighting for her music. I gave my word. I'll fight until my last breath if I must. Playing the hero. What's wrong with that? The blood is like fire in your veins. Yes, it feels like that. Is that wrong? It's not, but just prepare for what's coming. How'd your sister prepare for writing her songs? She wrote to me once about a friend that she called. He was there for her when she was all alone. But who do I have? Stand between everybody back home in chaos, families depending on you, comrades in arms. Must trust you. Just like your family trusted in Wilma. That song will remind you of home. Family, friends, loved ones. I won't let them down. You will if you rush headlessly into enemy fire. You cannot be thoughtless. To be thoughtless is to be blind. Blind? I don't understand. Adrenaline will drive you, but never let it blind you. You've been in this situation before. Your story, the men at the inn where your sister played, even though your family would have needed the money, you stood by your principles and your family's honor. You didn't let the anger get the better of you. I was very tempted, yet you may remain calm. You make it sound so easy. It's not. It's the most difficult thing there is. Wilma's choices seem to have a great influence on your life. Even watching from the sidelines, I was changed. Will you think about what I said? Yeah, I will. Paul, why are you on this train? I'm not interested in hearing your platitudes. You help me, let me help you. You can't. Hey, tell me why you enlisted. I didn't, Lieutenant. I was drafted. Theodore, why did you enlist? Because war is madness. Oh, that makes so much sense. How do wars start? Greed for wealth or land? Fear of those who are not like us and therefore must mean us harm? Revenge for a zealot's bullet? And you think you can stop all that? Probably not. Not by myself anyway. But I thought I could at least try. No, that sounds foolish. You want to stop war by going to war? Yeah, it makes the decision to make war. Politicians, not soldiers. If more politicians spent time facing an enemy bayonet to bayonet, maybe they would try harder to find another solution. A solution? Like you did with that photo when your professor was leaving? Instead of lamenting, you took charge with your own hands. Precisely. You sound very passionate about this. And naive, I suppose. Your sincerity is obvious. The professor taught you well. I wouldn't call her disguising herself sincere. I understand why she did it, though, of course. Do you? How do you mean? There might be more truth in that disguise than you can see. I've given it a lot of thought. I want to inspire the people, but I don't know if I can do it. You have courage. I see it in you. You see more in me than I do. Naturally. It's like Rechnik. How so? Wouldn't you call it brave that your professor took over Nenner's classes? Yeah, of course. Extraordinarily so. But how am I brave? Putting your life on the line for your beliefs. And what if people listened? How do I know that what I'm proclaiming is what's right? You're a scientist, are you not? What of it? You can't know you're right, but when there's new data, you adapt your theory. Rechnik did in the duel with Zala, remember? She could have destroyed his career, but something changed in that lecture hall. She acknowledged his efforts and respected him? Yeah, together they accomplished so much more. Wish I could be as sure as you are. You studied mathematics, you understand odds. Of course. I would bet on you. I'm sure your professor would too. It does sound like something she would do. Based on all you've told us, it seems the changes she brought were not just for her, but for everyone. What do you mean by that? She did not just focus on her own theories, she changed something in others around her through her teaching. And I can too. Almost there. Then it must change. The men must see me in uniform. Coming to the station. Where's Paul? He left just after you did. I don't think he'll be joining us at the front. He won't if he gets shot deserting. He must be still on the train, though. I'll go look for him. Paul? I have to look in all of these. Paul! You're leaving us? You're going to try and stop me. Your story was amusing, running from the police. You didn't think much of yourself, do you? You never told us if you painted your own pictures. Why would I? I'm a forger. For a friend, someone you love. For yourself, not for profit, just for you. There was someone. Rita. We understood each other. Like Onzak and Markert, I suppose. What makes you think you know me, son of a baron? We're all questioning ourselves, aren't we? But think about it, Markert confronted his battles head-on. What battles did he fight someone with a brush? On guard. He painted his greatest critic. Touché. Train is slowing. Will you sound the alarm? No, it's your decision. We were right. You will make a good leader. Do my best. Please leave me now. I have a decision to make. Glad you reconsidered, Paul. Gentlemen, we go to different battles, but I would be proud to have you in my command. I will do everything in my power not to fail my men. If I fail them, I would be failing you. My name is Albert Vogel. Everyone calls me Bert. Otto Dorfel? Paul Weber? Theodore Lechner? In 1914, shortly after the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand, men were drafted. It was the beginning of the First World War. Otto went to war to defend his family and his country, and he got to see his parents again. Paul stopped running away. Committing to something for the first time in his life, he returned to Frida. A few years later, that commitment turned into a small, happy family. Oh. In the 4 years of war, something inside of Theodore changed. Pursuing a career in politics, he swore to prevent another war at all costs. For a short amount of time, Wilma's music was a huge success. She was the darling of all of Vienna. Her life in Vienna never matched her dreams. After too many disappointments, she returned home. A broken heart never mended. One late autumn afternoon, a woman stepped into Leos Podny's inn. She sat down silently when asked what she'd like to have. She smiled and answered, "A plate of your world-famous dumplings, Leos." Music that brightened the early years of the 20th century fell silent after the outbreak of the war. Franz Market must have done something to change his grandfather's mind. He began to climb again soon after his grandson's success. The young painter accompanied Greta to Berlin, where they loved one another for a short, intense period of time. Woo-woo. Franz was drafted 1 year after the war broke out. In the brief quiet before dawn, he drew the layers of his comrades. In 1918, Gustav Klimt died, marking the end of an era. Emma Rechzek moved to the United Kingdom, accepting an offer to become lecturer for the mathematics at the University of Yorkshire. Throughout the 20th century, many scientific discoveries were credited to Emma's proof of the Rechnik state. By the way, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name totally wrong, but Emma kept writing to Nicole for the rest of her life. Nicole found she didn't hate quite as many things as she used to. During the war, the University of Vienna was transformed into a military hospital, but lessons continued to be learned wherever the students and their teachers could meet. The First World War came to an end in 1918. The total number of military and civilian casualties amounted to more than 38 million lives. So many. I don't even know if I would call this a happy ending. I don't think it's happy. I still liked the game. It got emotional at the end. A little sad. Oh man. I think I'm gonna watch the credits just see if anything happens afterwards. But I think No, I think it was a good game. Like I said, free. On the shorter side. Each episode was maybe like what, 45 minutes to an hour. Chapter 3 was like an hour and a half, so it was a little bit longer, but I kind of like these like choice-based uh games where you kind of learn about characters and their backstories and their dreams and all that stuff. Is there anything after the credits? 45% didn't take the money. 85 weren't able to escape police. 78 used snapbangs. 40 encouraged all of the men. 57 of all soldiers mobilized and run casualties. Well, that's it. Heck. Wow. So I mean, I guess I do recommend this game to see any alternate choices and endings or anything like that. I don't know, but I stick by my opinions on the choice-based games where whatever I pick, what I go with, and that's the story. So I hope you liked the Lion Song. Let me know which episode or which character, I guess, was your favorite. I'd like to know. So see you in the next series, I guess. I don't know what it'll be. Not sure. See you in the next one.